There was a lady who was deathly afraid of dogs, even at a young age. She never had a real reason to be afraid or scared of these dogs, but she always thought that something bad was going to happen because of one. As a child, she was mocked and ridiculed and made fun of, laughed at because of this fear. And this continued into her teenage years and even into her early adulthood. She finally learned to hide this fear and not to really tell anyone about it, but to simply just keep it to herself. By the time her son was born, she had completely stopped saying anything about it. Now, she never forgot it. It was always there in the back of her mind, but she just never wanted to say anything because of the laughter and the mocking and the ridicule. One day, her son, 10 years old at this time, was being driven home by his best friend's mom, and him and his best friend were in the back seat. At a stoplight, they happened to see a stray dog on the side of the road, and they convince the other mother to let him pick the dog up. Now, when they get back to the boy's house, they all go inside, and he has the dog with him, and he asks his mom, "Mom, can we please keep the dog, please?" Now, she automatically has this fear that she remembers so vividly from her childhood and from her teenage years and even into her early adulthood. But she looks over and sees the other mother somewhat smirking because she remembers what it was like when she was young. She tries to say no, but she can't. She silently nods her head, and they decide to keep her. That night, the boy is playing with the dog, and it viciously attacks him, leaving him to die. Now, they couldn't save the boy, and at his funeral, the mother decides to speak. She gets up to speak, and the emotion overtakes her. The only thing she can get out is, "I wish I wouldn't have been afraid to tell him. I wish I would have just said something."